You know, there's a reason why they say drive for show, putt for dough. It's because putting sucks. What's up, guys? My name's Derek. I am a 14 handicap. Today, I will be showing you that in putting, the odds are entirely stacked against you. And today, I will be showing you that. And not only showing you that, I will also be taking you through the physics of that. That way, next time you're on the green, you can make the best possible putt and roll the dice so that the odds are in your favor. There's a few things that people need to conceptualize within their putting, and I think the biggest thing is speed. Speed is one of the biggest factors as to why you are making or missing your putts. Next time you say, oh, I missed the line, I'm so dumb because it just lipped out of the hole, say, no, it's my fault. I should have given it less speed, and then it would have gone in. Putting is a dice roll. You need to understand that. Just because you miss a putt doesn't mean that you're a bad putter. It just means you didn't hit midnight. Let me take you through something. Here, I've simulated a green. Yes, it's pretty simple. I just put some shapes on Photoshop. We're going to assume the break is going this way, downwards. Now what happens here is your putt, obviously, going around the curve, right into the hole. Simple. But they tell you never leave it short, so you want to give it some more speed. When that happens, it'll keep going and you'll miss. I know that sounds stupid, but it's speed. It's all speed. You need the speed. You need the consistency of the speed. What I advise to do here, measure out from here, measure out the distance from here to here. You see pros do that. If you watch Bryson DeChambeau, he does that a lot. When you measure out that distance, then you can start to think about, okay, I'm at this distance, I should hit the ball this hard. From there, you should then, quote unquote, calculate the break. But I say calculate, it's truly a gamble. You're not going to make that putt, but you can get close. Now, one thing on speed that a lot of people will say to you, if you putt it slower, it'll break more. That's not true. That's not even close to true. This is what happens when you putt it short. You don't give it enough speed. You'll putt it. It'll be short. And it'll end right there. If you give it more speed, what'll happen is you'll keep going into the hole if you're on the same line. Did that putt break more? No. No, it didn't. It breaks the same amount no matter the speed. In terms of this distance, top to bottom, it'll always break the same amount. So, don't sit, when you go up to putt one of these, do not say to yourself, okay, well, if I give it more speed, it will break less. Don't have that mindset, because it's not true. It'll break the same no matter the speed. Think to yourself, what speed do I need to get it in the hole properly and cleanly? That is what you need to be doing, because you don't want to blast it past the hole. You don't want to do that. People say don't leave a putt short. Well, I'll tell you what, I'd rather take a putt within a foot that's short than a putt beyond 3 feet that's long. So, don't worry about leaving it short. Just think about what can you do? What is the speed to get it in that hole? Let me give you some more scenarios, all right? We're going to look directly at the hole. Now, I told you how you want to approach a putt when it's breaking sideways. What about when it's breaking head on? Now, let's say that it's going towards you. You're doing an uphill putt. Usually people like uphill putts. They don't like tapping it and watching the ball roll off the green if it's a downhill putt. But it's technically not true. If it's going towards you and it's a straight putt, you have to hit this thing directly on line. If you ever so miss your line by a centimeter, half a centimeter, so instead of going straight into the hole and you accidentally hit it a little bit to the right. Instead of it just going straight into the hole and lipping in, because the ball it's breaking this way, you're now dealing with a sideways putt because it's not dead on. So the break is going to push it. And it's the same thing if you were going the other way. If you pull it a little bit, you're now the break is pushing the ball. Bang, you're going to miss. So what do you do here? Hit it as straight as you can. If you miss this line and you don't hit it directly at the hole, you're going to miss the putt. And you might be thinking, downhill putts, oh, that's probably hard too. No, it's the opposite. If you pull it or push it, you're now going against break. However, the break is now pushing it towards the hole. So you're going to come back in and go in. Maybe not directly like that, but if you hit it this way, the break will then push it left to straighten it out, and you might lip it in. But now it's time for the worst part of this entire thing. Straight putts. Everyone thinks straight putts are easy. Just tap it in. No, they're not. No, they're not. They're horrendous. Let me show you. Let me give you a marker. Very small marker. Well, we'll say it's the pin. The middle of the hole. From here up. Here's the issue here. No putt is 100% straight. No putt is. You're gonna hit some debris. The blades of the grass are wobbly. You're not gonna go dead straight. You're gonna move right or left, maybe a centimeter. But still, you'd think, okay, well, it's not enough to really make me miss, right? It is enough to make you miss. And this is why I hate straight putts. If this is a straight putt, you want to aim straight at the hole. Logical. Why wouldn't you? You want to aim right at the pin. However, if there is a light imbalance, there is some debris in your line, maybe the blades of grass are off, maybe you misread it and it actually breaks a millimeter or so to the left or right, you're going to miss that putt. You want to know why? Because you're aiming straight. Because you're aiming straight, instead of having the entire hole to work with on a breaking putt, you now only have half the hole to work with, assuming the debris or you misread it is going to break to the right. You're going to miss that putt. It does not take a lot of break for you to lip that ball and not go in. So what do you do here? How do you make it go in? You hope. You hope. Pat down the green in front of you. Clear the debris. Especially if it's a straight putt. Because I'm telling you right now, straight putts, you have half the room to work with. So you better be correct. It's a gamble. That's all putting is. It's a gamble. There's no predicting here. There's no reading. Reading only gives you the chance of being able to sink the putt. Only the chance. Most of the time, you won't get heads. You'll get tails. You're going to lip out. You're going to miss. It's just how the game is. Welcome to golf. Putting is not easy. But hopefully, now that you understand why putting's so difficult, why there is no room for error in your putts, why the littlest mistake can cost you everything, even when the putt looks like it's the easiest putt of your life. That's it. All it is. It's a gamble. You're battling the house, and the house always has an edge. So next time you see Rory McIlroy miss his putts, maybe you should think twice before judging him. See you in 2 weeks.